I used to succumb to the deal mix-up. That is where you make a really, really big deal out of something small and almost overlook and pay no attention to something huge. It's the deal mix-up. That's quite common to everybody, really. But at some point we have to grow out of it. At some point we have to grow up and not do that anymore. And yet it doesn't really seem to be something people naturally grow out of. Without a spiritual or a maturing epiphany, people tend to be that way their entire lives. And it accumulates into a degraded life. So let me share something. You know, in Matthew 23, Jesus forever ago said that, you know, swallowing a camel while straining a gnat is not the way to go. And that's what people do. You know, there are examples. I mean, I used to be a very small person. Small in mind and small in thought. And I wasn't small of stature at the time. And it's humbling, and we should all be humbled by such things. You know, a slight, an offense, our pride, all kind of come in and weigh and press up against us, and we make a big deal out of something that happened in a moment of time and means really nothing, but it's a big deal to us, and we hold on to it and cherish it, as even the Bible says of Mary regarding Jesus growing up, treasuring it in our hearts. It's so toxic, so wrong. And yet lives that are now barren or secretive or have fallen or powerless, we don't give it a second thought and don't make a peep about it. That's just so wrong, so bad. And so, you know, we end up with lives where, you know, fighting a blade of grass is difficult. You know, we got our hands full wrestling that old blade of grass as if we're some ant or, you know, a small baby grasshopper or a moth. But we are supposed to be conquering kingdoms on behalf of God. That is the call for everyone made in God's image, and particularly right now, disciples of Jesus. And there is no room in conquering kingdoms to be dropped and bothered and slowed by things that don't even matter. People like to make a big deal out of nothing because they think they can get the parameters of the nothing and really work it. And it amounts to nothing. We need to take on the big things and not swallow them. And the little things will just evaporate. Don't get your deals mixed up. And today, evaluate whether you're that kind of a person. Because most people are so small in their own mind that they don't branch out and try anything big. They stay comfy with the little stuff that doesn't matter, and they try to make a life out of it. And it's no life at all.